Hey, Dave, how we doing? Just checking in on McKinstry and Bellinger. You said earlier in the week they might be getting close to rehab. Simon, what do you got on them?
Yeah, DG, they're going to play tomorrow with our OKC team. I think they're in Albuquerque. They're on the road somewhere. So they're going to be both play tomorrow night.
What are the lengths of those stints going in, you think?
I think that they're both ready to go. I think they're both bored with the rehab. They want to get out and play. And then, we'll just kind of see how it goes, taking at bats, see how they recover being on their feet. And then we'll kind of read and react then.
All right, thanks, man.
Yep.
Next question's from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead, Kirsten.
Hey, Dave. You got David Price starting. First, is it kind of exciting for you to see him start the game, be on the mound, and ready to go?
Yeah, and I think that we just want David. He's obviously started before many times over, and just to go as hard as he can for as long as he can. And then we have guys behind him. So just felt with this ball club to have him start the game, those guys set a lineup, hopefully get some matchups as the game goes on, and we'll adjust, kind of deploy guys as accordingly.
Is there anyone that you're looking to stay away from in this bullpen game?
No, I think that everybody is online. So certainly, with guys that we've used, Kenley would be 3 out of 4. There's a cost, in the ensuing days. But as far as tonight, everyone's available.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question's from Dave Vassay. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, I just wanted to follow up on what I asked you yesterday after we spoke. Corey Kluber threw a no-hitter. And after the game, Clayton didn't really feel like it's great for the game that so many no-hitters are being thrown. Just curious to get your take on all this now.
Yeah, I probably don't think it's great for the game. I think that it's great for Corey and the guys that have thrown no-hitters. Certainly a feather in their cap, but the ball in play, moving it forward, I think is certainly what the numbers say that it's certainly at a big time downturn. Position players need to make an adjustment.
If you look at the way no-hitters have gone down, it's specifically 3 teams. Do you feel like certain clubs have deviated away from trying to do their best to win?
Yeah, Dave, I don't want to get into that as far as I understand it, there's 3 clubs that have been no-hit twice. So I don't really want to speak to that. That's kind of their own organizational, deal with personnel and philosophy that I don't know enough about.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from JP Hornstra. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. Edwin was one of many players in the big leagues this year who really didn't have a season last year. I'm just wondering if you ever saw any signs of rust from him, either in spring training or since he's joined you here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think that I think his first outing was more nerves than anything. I think in spring training he was good. He was not so good. It's just kind of been inconsistent, which is also what happens to young players as they're developing. So I just don't know what it is. I do know that not logging, call it 100 innings, certainly hurt him as far as development. But Edwin, he's just really got a good head. He's got really good command. I love his mound presence. And so he wouldn't be here if we didn't feel he can get major league hitters out, though.
And he sort of talked about the confidence that he gained getting actual major league hitters out last year in the Dominican League. I guess he probably would have gotten that a little bit at the alternate site as well. Did you see, you mentioned the nerves in game 1, but has the confidence been there from the outset?
Even after that, I mean, I think that this guy really believes in his ability to get guys out, command the baseball, use his mix. And so the more we run him out there, the more experience he gets, there's only upside. He's only going to get better.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Next question is from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, with the lineup, Yoshi over Beatty, is that just trying to give Yoshi some more at-bats?
Yeah, I think just kind of get Yoshi, get his feet under him, and I think Matt's been good. We've been playing him a lot, but to have him off the bench, I think is still a benefit as well.
I don't know if you've checked in on this recently, but anything new with Josiah Gray down in AAA? It's been over a little bit over a week now.
You know what? I don't know if he's playing catch yet, let alone off the mound. I don't know yet.
Just one more. With Pujols, it seems like he's just always out here either taking ground balls or hitting. Is he ever just not working?
What's that?
With Pujols, it seems like he's just always out here either taking ground balls or taking BP, taking second rounds of BP. Is he ever just not working?
No, he's always working. And even if it's not physically, he's talking the game, trying to improve in some facet, whether it be in the weight room, in the dugout, in the clubhouse, on the field. So it's not a secret, you take the talent, but his drive to be better each day and to get the most out of whatever he has left. We see it every single day, Juan, and it's just a credit. And it sends a big message to our entire organization.
You got time for one more. Go ahead, Ron.
Hey, Dave, you talked about how, Albert coming kind of energized the team a little bit. Can it energize the player too, especially a guy who's, played as long as he has, at this stage in his career?
I think that Albert would argue that he's more energized by being a Dodger and being around his teammates than he's infusing into our guys. I think for me personally, I think that we're getting a lot of the benefit, but just seeing the conversation, his joy around, the ballpark and the conversations, his tones, I know he's being poured into and kind of revitalized. And so, yeah, he's been, with a couple of the ball clubs throughout his career, but this is a resurgence. And I know he wouldn't rather be any place in the world right now.
Thanks, Dave.